Hey guys, what's up? Cardfight here, and today I'm here with a Brawler deck profile. So this is a shotgun blow Wild Rush Dragon deck because I don't like Big Bang Dragon, so I'm not going to run Big Bang Dragon. And this build is very different from Big Bang Dragon, so yeah. With that out of the way, let's get right into the deck profile. So for the starting Vanguard, I run Sparking Dragoon because I want to find my grade 3. Since you do re-ride in this deck, so it's nice to grab your grade 3s. So we have that. Next, for the grade 3s, run 4 Wild Rush Dragon. For those of you who don't know his skill, it's Legion, and then so he has Legion. And then he has a skill, Counterblast 1. When this card drive checks a card in your Vanguard circle, so either him or his Legion mate, you may pay the cost. If you do, this card gets +1 critical and 10k. So basically when you attack with him and his mate, which is the 12k attacker, and you go attack, you have to be in Legion to this skill, so you just drive check this. Counterblast 1, if your opponent didn't perfect guard. Counterblast 1 +10k to him. OP. Second check. Oh, look, I got his Legion mate. Counterblast 1. +10k, +1 crit. So you just swing for 30k, or no, 40k. 40k with 3 crit, which is pretty scary, so yeah. Makes your opponent want a perfect guard, because even if they do use a quintet wall, they might not. Stuff might happen because this is Vanguard, and stuff in Vanguard is very unpredictable. So yeah. Right, for a second skill, it's or a third skill actually. It's when this card attack hits, you may kill one of your rear guards, and then your opponent chooses one of your rear guards and kills them. And this is actually important because there are a few combos that you want to do with this effect. It is a break even, but combo with some other cards, it is actually better than that. So yeah. Next, we run for Shotgun Blow Dragons. He's the card that came out in Fighters Collection. I like this card's art more than Big Bang Dragon, so Big Bang Knuckle Dragon, so I'm gonna run him instead. And his skill is Counterblast 2. When this card legions, you may pay the cost. If you do, choose one of your opponent chooses 2 of their rear guards and kills them. And if you have more rear guards than your opponent, this card gets +1 critical. Oh, if you have if you have more units, so not rear guards, units. This card gets +1 critical. His second skill, or third skill, is when this card attacks the Vanguard, it gets +2k, so yeah. This card is good because it's pretty much the same as Big Bang, except it's not when it attacks, it just kills 2, and they have to choose. So if they choose 2 out of the front rows, it's pretty much the same. The downside with this is that it's not as good with the Brawler starting Vanguard, which kills 2 more behind them. Which is why Big Bang Knuckle Dragon is good, because he has that card. Which you could run this instead, run that one instead, but I like this card more than the Brawler starting Vanguard, since this card has more synergy with this card in my opinion. Because if you use that card's skill, the other starting Vanguard skill, and use this skill, your opponent's probably going to choose both their back rows, so then your thing just goes wasted. So yeah. For grade 2s, we run 4 12k attackers because he's a Legion mate for Wild Rush Dragon. Cool stuff. Then we run 4 of the other guy, and he is pretty much a 12k attacker, except he's a little bit different. He's the Legion mate for Shotgun Blow Dragon. And his skill is when a opponent's rear guard is on your turn, when your opponent's rear guard is put in the drop zone, this card gets plus 3k power. And it actually includes you attacking the rear guards. It doesn't say by effect, I believe. So it only requires you to be in Legion. So basically, if you somehow, if you have something like this, attack the rear guard, attack the rear guard, they die, and then this card gets plus 2k or plus 3k, so it becomes a 12k attacker. So yeah, this is a neat little trick in case you couldn't actually hit before. For example, if he's by himself and your opponent just no guards, rear guard thing, then you just go, haha, I can attack a Vanguard now because he's 12k. Next, I run 3 of this guy. His skill is when you Legion, you can choose one of your opponent's front row rear guards and retire them. Now this card is good because it combos well with the rest of the deck. For this guy's skill, actually, you can Legion, activate his skill, and then pay the cost for this skill and then use it. Because since you Legion at the same time, or since you Legion, you can choose the order that you activate the effects. Yeah, that's how things work in Vanguard. If effects activate at the same time, you can choose how they resolve, which a lot of people don't understand, I guess. But yeah, that's how it happens. If, however, if the Legion skill and the thing is in one text, then you have to activate it. But it's not, so you can activate this first and then activate this. Next, we run 4 of the 10k, or gain 3k when you put something in the drop zone. He's basically the Grade 1 version of this guy. So yeah. Again, but he's even better because he can be a 10k booster. So it's very nice. Basically, if you have something like this and then you Legion, if you Legion, this guy will be 10k booster and he'll still be 9k. But if you have Shotgun Blow Dragon, then you retire 3 units, and then this guy gets a 9k boost, so he becomes a 16k booster. So he hit for 25 with this. So this is pretty nice. If you have this, it's even better. Because if they, for example, you have this on this side or something. Go Legion, Shotgun Blow. They both get 9k boosts. You get an 18k boost. So you have a 16k plus 18k, which is very big. So it's scary. This deck is very good at hitting large numbers. So yeah, even if you have this guy and you have something like this, if you hit, you can retire a rear guard that you attack with already, and then you'll still be hitting for a very big number. Since you got 6k on this column, and if you're on the trigger, you get 11k. Yeah, this deck is very good at putting pressure on your opponent and rappeing your opponent's rear guards. So yeah. Next, I run 3 of the 10k attackers. He's mainly here for some early game pressure. Make your opponent dish some cards out of the hands, which makes it a little harder for them to replenish their rear guards late game. So yeah. Next, we run Rising Phoenix, 3 of them. Mainly because you want to get cards into your drop zone, and since you do re-ride in this deck, since after you activate Shotgun Blow's effect, he becomes a vanilla Legion. You're gonna want to ride over him because he doesn't do anything, and his effect only activates when you Legion. So if you do this, then you can do it again, like kill your opponent's rear guards again. Of course, it's gonna eat up a lot of counterpass, but it doesn't matter because you're gonna be recycling your heal triggers. Cause Vanguard. Next, I run 2 Perfect Guards. I'm running 2 Perfect Guards instead of running more than 2 Quintet Walls because this deck does eat a lot of counterblast. So I wanna, be safe and just run 2/2. Quintet Wall is really good now, so yeah. I'll actually be making a video about that later. But anyway, actually, about the Rising Phoenix, another reason why it's good, because for example, since it's only a 5k booster, it's not going to be too useful behind this. So what you can do is you can set up for next turn. Actually, if you hit with this, just kill off your Rising Phoenix, and then kill one of your opponent's rear guards. And then if you have another Rising Phoenix in your hand, you just call again. Get rid of 2 soul, draw a card. So your Rising Phoenix is pretty much paying for itself, and then this card becomes sort of a +1. So it's very nice like that. Rising Phoenix is very good. Cards like these are really good in general, actually. Cards that get rid of your soul, because you can reuse cards now. Right. So for the triggers, I run 8 crit, 4 draw, 4 heal. Pretty self-explanatory trigger lineup. I wouldn't want to run less than 8 crit or 6 draws in this deck. I mean, because it doesn't have too big of a way to gain hand advantage besides your Rising Phoenix. So yeah, it's nice to have those draws. Some people are asking me if I should run 12 crit, but I don't really recommend that. You could, since it makes your Wild Rush Dragon that much scarier, but yeah, I wouldn't do it. So Wild Rush Dragon, it's pretty good. It makes your opponent scared, unless if they don't have a perfect card in their hand, they're gonna be like, oh, maybe even a Quintet Wall won't be enough to save me, because a lot of times they'll be getting around 30k guard with a Quintet Wall, and with this, if you have something like this, even if you have like just a 7k booster, if you have something like this, you'll still be swinging for 27, and then if you get your grade 3, you'll be swinging for 37, which is makes 2 to pass very laughable, because you're just gonna be like, oh, this is my 2. So yeah, your opponent's probably gonna either perfect guard or no guard, or just, you know, balls to walls that hope that you won't drive check one of these. But since you do recycle your deck now, you can always shove them back in your deck whenever you want to. So yeah, that's good. Alright, so this is pretty much it for this deck profile, guys. This is Karotaku, and I'll see you guys very soon. I'm sorry for not posting very frequently, but I have lots of work to do, so yeah. I'll make a channel update later, but for now, I'll see you guys later. Bye!